Hello everybody, this is Amanda and I am back with another video, and I am pulling out my 3 items right now that I am going to use. This is another one of what I'm calling a product prompt video, and it is just that I am pulling out 3 random products that I will use on the layout. I have 3 rules for that, and they are: 1, that I use the 3 products; 2, that I try to use them in a new way; and 3 is that I am not allowed to pass on what the products are. So I believe that on this one it was, oh, what were they? I know it was an embossing folder. What were the other ones? Let me pause this and look back. Got it. It was enamel dots, buttons, and an embossing folder. And this is, I went ahead and die cut out these stars just using my Big Shot, and then I used just a dot embossing folder to emboss these. And you know what, this is actually another good way for me to, or again, it's an example of me using something that I have purchased plenty of, like the embossing folders, but I haven't used those on a layout, and I can't even remember how long. So this was a good way for me to just start using up some of the stuff again that maybe I haven't used in a while, just because it's not like the newest or funnest type thing. I mean, I like that. I like the look of it, so I'm proud of myself. This layout is actually about geocaching. That was actually pretty fun. I would recommend trying it if you haven't tried it. We looked for 3 different ones. I rocked at finding those puppies. I think I found all 3. So it was fun for me anyway. I don't know about everybody else. But anyway, I am pulling out a wood veneer, and I was using the walnut stain distress ink on it, and it's not dark enough. I think I'm going to end up making that darker later, but I know I'm going to use one of the big stars over there, and then I'm going to use this phone, which I never thought that I would ever have a use for, but obviously with geocaching, then you definitely use your phone or some type of GPS, so I use my iPhone. Of course, by the time that we were done with this, my phone was completely dead, so something to keep in mind. Now I'm just going ahead and gluing down that big star because I know that I definitely want it to go there. Oh, on this geocache, it was actually hidden inside that knot hole right there that you see, and they put duct tape all around it, and it was like snakeskin duct tape. I was like, I'm not reaching my hand in there. Somebody else can. um, I pulled out a speech bubble, and that one was from Daily Flash, so I'm going to put that down. I'm going to put one of my embossed stars on there, and then I think I'm going to put a button over the top of that. Just gluing down the star, and I'm going to go ahead and put the buttons down, or a few buttons anyway. I will end up putting more buttons later once I get some of the other stuff down. I did off screen, I ended up pulling out some, I believe they are called Nicky Ricky. They are yellow thickers, and it spells out the geocaching, and then I am just going to put those actually over all 3 of these photos. I found that thickers seem to stick pretty well to photos, even if the adhesive on the back isn't all that great on other things. For some reason, they stick pretty well on the. You almost can't get them up, so it's definitely not good to place them on there if you're not sure that that's where you want them. But I am pulling out some other die cuts, and you know what? I don't remember who they're from. I have a whole bunch of die cuts that I've just kind of all combined now into, because I find that it's easier to look through them that way. I'm usually either looking for something by color or theme or what it says or something to that nature, so I've found that they were easy to do that way. I did pull out some of these stickers though from, I don't know what those ones are called either. I didn't write it down. Sorry. But I did pull that one out that says pound sign. That shows you that I don't use Twitter. Tweeter is what my brother calls it. Anyway, hashtag the best. And now you see me placing some more of the buttons around, and I did darken that wood veneer. And then I'm actually going to use, what is it? It's the Wink of Stella. Mostly just because I wanted to use it because I had bought it and hadn't been able to use it yet. Not that it does anything more to make that stand out, because it really doesn't stand out all that well against the, you can't read it very well, but it says right here, which is obviously because that's where we found, or where the cache was. But anyway, so now I'm just going in placing some of these buttons down too. And I think I do find at least one more die cut to put up there on the iPhone, and then I'm pulling out my enamel dots, and so then that will be all three of my items. That was an embossed, I used an embossing folder, I have buttons, and now I'm using my enamel dots. So I'm just going to sprinkle some yellow, green, and gray enamel dots around on the clustered areas, and I believe that that is pretty much going to wrap up the layout. I'm not sure if it's in the photos or not, or if I did it at that point, but I did when I was trying to use that Wink of Stella. I was pushing on it to get it primed basically, and I ended up dripping some dots of it on my layout, and I don't really care too much, but I think you'll see it in the photos. Anyway, I don't do a lot with like the dripping spots and things like that. But anyway, so that pretty much wraps up this video. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye. Have a good day.